I'm in the video now. I'm getting paid.
Mike's in the video. Mike, we have to pay Mike for this video now because he's in this one.
3, 2, 1, bro.
What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Murphy. I'm one half of the Brothers Murphy, and this is Metagame Minute. Metagame Minute is a weekly segment where Mike or I talk about anything we want to talk about in the gaming world today. And today I want to talk about shelves, because these shelves are new because we're in a new studio. This is the very first thing we're filming in this studio. There's no soundproofing, so it's a little bit echoey in the sound. That is why. And basically the only thing we have up right now is these specifically 2 shelves. We actually have 2 more shelves right there, but there's nothing on them because we didn't have time to put anything on them yet. We'll do that tomorrow. But this is the very first thing we've filmed in our new studio. Mike just moved and we moved into this new studio. We actually have a Kickstarter running to help us build out this new studio. So check out the link in the description below for that Kickstarter. We're filming a Metagame Minute, which is pretty cool and pretty, just makes sense, right? Because Metagame Minute is our longest running series. We've been doing Metagame Minute since we started our channel back 4 years ago. And so, yeah, this is the first thing we're filming in here, and it's pretty darn cool. Yeah, it's very, very exciting. But today I want to talk about shelves because we're thinking a lot about shelves because shelves are the main part of our set. And they're the main part of pretty much every content creator's set for the most part. And so I want to talk about what do you think is the best way to arrange your shelves? We've arranged our shelves in many different ways over time. And this is not the final arrangement. This is going to change. We've done this kind of arrangement where it's mostly just random. We just basically picked boxes of a similar-ish size and put them all together on a shelf. We've done that many times. And so that I think is honestly a fine way to arrange them if you want. I think generally you should arrange them in a way where it's going to be easy for you to find whatever it is you want to play. So if you're trying to play Calico, you're like, okay, where's Calico? And unless you have a memory of like, oh, it's always down here, you might, you know, if you don't have like a big Dewey Decimal System, you kind of need to know where to locate stuff, like how to find what I want to find. We've done a couple different ways. We've done random stuff like this. We've done it all by color. I really, really like arranging by color. I think it's really, really pretty. I think it looks really nice because a wall of games like this is an aesthetic piece. I think it's a really nice looking thing, kind of like having a big bookshelf with a ton of books on it. Looks really aesthetically pleasing. I think games are the same way. And so I think arranging them by color and having a really cool color gradient looks really, really good. And that is by far my favorite way to arrange stuff. It doesn't really help with finding stuff unless you can memorize what the color of the box of every game you have is, which I'm generally relatively good at, so it's not too bad, but I know some people might struggle with that. But nonetheless, I really like arranging by color. That's my personal favorite. But you can arrange by designer, you can arrange by publisher, you can arrange by theme. I know a lot of people arrange by theme, or you can arrange alphabetically. We had our shelves arranged alphabetically when we played all of our games in a week because we played through them alphabetically, starting with numbers, going to A, B, C, all the way down to Z, which was Zombicide, which was cool. And yeah, and so we've done it alphabetically, and alphabetically is really nice because you're like, oh, this game is Caverna, it starts with a C. I know it goes in this order, so that's a very easy way to find stuff. I want to know from you, how do you have your shelves arranged at home? And what do you think is the best way? What are the ways that you've tried? What are some kind of like pros and cons if you have any of those? Because I really think it's kind of up to personal preference, but I really like the colorway. I just think it looks really, really cool. And so this is always something we're kind of constantly thinking about, as shelves are a big part of our set. They are most of our set. And so like arranging them and being able to find games quickly as we're working is very, very useful. And so weirdly enough, shelf arrangement is something that we think about like way more often than you would think. But nonetheless, let us know down in the comments below what kind of way that you arrange your shelf. Pretty simple, pretty easy Metagame Minute. It's the first one in the studio. We're not going to get into any deep topics yet, like existential dread when playing Animal Upon Animal, Dinos. Huh? Get wrecked, nerds. Nonetheless, the more meta, the more better. Well, that was a weird Metagame Minute. Didn't make any sense by the end of it, but hey, it's our first one in the studio. It's been a very busy week. I'm very, very tired. But nonetheless, thank you so much for being here. Make sure to give this video a like, a thumb up, share it around, subscribe. You know what to do. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Check out the Kickstarter, please.